Hi, this is going to be chapter 3 of Zuko Listener, or Fire Banished Listener. Ooh. I dropped my headphone. And if you can't remember what happened, in the end I left you with a cliffhanger. So, here's that cliffhanger, I guess. There's no really any trigger warnings, but I hope you enjoy, and this will be very short. This is pretty short. Just enjoy. You look over to Toph, seeing she's staring off into a random direction. Not like she can, or you thought it was random until you saw a huge blast of fire come from it, nearly hitting Toph before she brought a large chunk of earth blocking it. She turned back to the group frantic. "Time to go," Aang said, hopping on Appa as Sokka panicked, trying to grab everything, throwing it onto him. You ran up to Toph, who was holding off as many as she could, while she kept making the wall bigger and bigger every time she felt someone get close. Crouching down, you leapt, fire blasting from your feet, making you barrel into the air, landing on the wall, almost immediately getting blast from fire from all directions, making you stumble and yell. Blocked the remaining fire blasts before blasting your own, making a line of fire take out the front of the small army that were in front of you. You heard someone land next to you. It was Zuko. He doesn't look at you, but instead nods and blasts a ball of fire, knocking a few that were planning on sneak attacking. You cracked a smile and continued attacking, before the wall you were standing on started to move. You and Zuko screamed as the wall came hurtling to Appa with everyone on it, before stopping and flinging you and Zuko off. Landing on Appa, you let out a breath, until you felt a weight crush into you, and you let out a silent scream for air, then wheezed out a breath. As the weight did the same, you looked up to see Aang smiling down at you and Toph laughing. "Ow. Ow." You heard a very familiar voice say from on top of you. Your eyes widened as you slowly turned your head downwards, seeing black hair, before a scarred face with golden eyes looked at you. Your face heated up and you pushed him away, him crashing into the other side of the saddle that was on Appa's back. "Ow, what'd you do that for?" he yelled, rubbing the back of his head and groaning. "Oh, so you wanted to lay on me for the rest of the flight?" You snapped back, looking at him. He looked back at you for a second, then slightly blushed, crossing his arms as he lowered his head, turning it to the side. "No," he mumbled. You sighed as you heard Toph, Aang, and Sokka giggling. You shook your head at the three. Standing up, you looked around, doing a head count. You were all there, so much to your dismay. You looked at Iroh, who was helping his nephew up, and narrowed your eyes at him, then looked away, walking over to Aang. "Where are we going?" you asked, leaning down over the saddle as Aang sat on Appa's neck. Aang looks up at you with a guilty look in his eyes. "You don't know, do you?" you said, sighing, as he giggled. "Well, I know someone that can give me a place for a bit. Well, I know someone that can give us a place for a bit. It should be safe, lots of people there, I know that owe me favors," you say as the boy smiled up at you. "Off we go!" he screamed, as you laughed, giving him directions to where to go.